Hey everybody, how's it going? Can you guys hear and see me okay? Just want to make sure you guys can hear and see me okay. For some reason, it's kind of weird. Just give me a thumbs up if everything's working. And you guys can hear and see me. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Heather Lynn. I appreciate it. Okay. So let's see. Hello, Garden at Table with Heather Lynn. Hey, Lori LG Homestead. Hello, Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. Hey there, Ronald Davis. Hey, Lisa Colovi. Thanks for getting to work right away. You're something else, I tell you. You're awesome. Hey, Shannon, no worries. I totally get it. Go get some rest. I know it's late for a lot of folks. Hey, Slava, Kitchen Garden Therapy. Hope you're doing well. Awesome. Thank you, you guys. You guys rock. I'm all red in the face. We were out ice fishing today in the beautiful weather, and I think I got some sun in addition to just being out in the good air. Hey, Dawn, Hat Creek Homestead. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, yeah, we were ice fishing today. It was almost 60 degrees. Isn't that crazy? Hey, Urban Orchid. Welcome in. And it was just a beautiful day on the ice. Caught a bunch of fish that were way too small, but we did get a couple brook trout that we took home with us. So I posted that on Instagram. But it was an awesome day. It was just nice to be disconnected from the world for a while, if that makes sense, because there was no cell service, nothing. Wow, 83 by you, Don. Wow. Chilly by you, Heather Lynn. Yeah, it's getting cold here now. And once, 3:00 hit, it started getting cold pretty quick. And we ended up, we're under a winter weather advisory for tonight. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Boothang, Casey, Ormsby Farms. Welcome in. So, yeah, so it was just a really good day being outside. And it's going to get real cold here again and snow again tonight. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know, after having that break of beautiful weather after that frigid weather, I'm fine. I feel so much better. 29 by Heather Lynn. Hello, Miss Southern Belle. Welcome in. Supposed to be 70 degrees tomorrow in Chicago, but snow on Monday. Yeah, it's moving from me to you, it looks like. In the 80s by you, Shannon. Wow, that's crazy. Hey there, Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Welcome in, my friends. So yeah, it was a really good day on the ice. We had a good time. We're tired. The fresh air just totally knocked it out of us. We were out there. I told Ryan I didn't want to get up at 5. That's not my thing. So we ended up, I don't know, I think he finally got me up out of bed about 7 or 6:30. And I was like, all right, we'll go. So it was cool. Ooh, 72 tomorrow in Columbus, Ohio, then cold again. Yeah. Well, you know what? I enjoy the reprieve and it just feels really good to have that. And then Heather Lynn said, actually back to what it should be for maple sugaring season. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, Uncle Al, Die Bullfrog 79. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, Craig Tim, no fish on Stockade today. Yeah, we went to Deerfield. A lot of bites and a lot of flags, but just some small, let's see, we caught a rock bass that was really teeny. We caught some rainbow trout, but not large enough to take. And then the brook trout we were able to keep. And we caught some perch. Hey, Southern Roots, welcome in. Hello, my Renaissance grandma. Hey, Iris at the Color Drop. Good to see ya. So, yeah, so it was a really good day. Deerfield next week. Awesome. Awesome. Deerfield was a little slick this morning because the ice had glazed over and all the snow had melted over the past week. So But by the end of the day, we were slushing around, so it worked out well. But we had those little grippy things on our feet. That always helps. But you got to learn to walk different because you're used to walking heel toe. And with those things, you have to walk like on the ball of your foot. Hey, Sherry, long time no see. I saw your posts on Instagram. 15 inches of ice still on Stockade. Yeah, Deerfield had 2 feet still because we tested it when we went out because it had been a week of warm weather. That's awesome. What are you catching on Stockade, Craig? I'm curious because we're thinking of going out Sunday again somewhere else. Let me see. Hey, Rochelle Brampton Gardner. Hope everything's doing well. Haha, you guys are funny. Yeah, it was neat to see the picture of Shannon, Sherry, and Tina Ladybug on Instagram. That was really cool. But yeah, it was a good, okay, and crappy. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, we had a good time. One of the things, Craig, that I've noticed is that in Connecticut, when we went ice fishing, we used tip ups and jigged. And it's funny because I've noticed that at least here in our part of South Dakota, I'm not seeing a lot of people use tip ups. It's a lot more jigging. So it's pretty cool. But I got my own jigging set up now, so I'm psyched. Hello, Jesus loving homesteader. Hello, Jeannie Lipsky. So yeah, so it's been a good day, a good day. I've invited a bunch of different folks this week just to mix things up a bit. And again, guys, don't get offended. I just try to, mix it up for folks so everybody gets a chance to come on in. I know Sherry at Southern Roots is here. She said she was going to come on up. Cool, jigging. That's awesome, Craig. Yeah, today was just so beautiful because it was just calm and it was, I swear I got sunburn. I was out there in just a sweatshirt and my jeans and my boots. That's it. And I had a baseball hat on. Crazy for this kind of year. Children are down now. It's time to socialize. Carmen. Carmen, you ripped that swing set down yet? That made me laugh so hard last night. That was really awesome. Hey, Margie Pedmar, welcome in, welcome in. I see we've got a guest down below. Are you ready? Awesome. Oh, thanks, Carmen. I appreciate it. I needed a shower after being on the ice all day, so I just left my hair down. Followed mountain lion tracks on the ice. Woo! Look who we got here.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. Hey there,
Hello,
Laura.
everybody.
What's that?
I said, hello, everybody.
Hey, Laura, Hedgehog's Homestead. Come on in. Welcome in. Yeah, it was a good day. I'm kind of whipped. What'd you do today? Hang out with the ladies?
I did. I left my hometown about 8:30 and drove about 2.5 hours. Met up with them and we hung out and talked for a few hours and drove back and went shopping because I found out last night I have company that's coming in about midnight tonight that I wasn't expecting.
Wow. That's a shocker.
Yeah. But
hey,
anyway.
Matt Aker, welcome in. So that's really a shocker. So you really got to get ready.
Yeah, thankfully most everything is done. I like a few more things and we'll be finished up.
Oh, that's good.
So I seen you went fishing today.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. We had a good day. I'm red. I mean, it was really hot in the sun. It was unbelievable. The sun came out from behind the clouds, and I was just saying that I was in my jeans and a thin hooded sweatshirt, not even a thick one. And it was awesome. I mean, I was sweating, Usually we're out there in our, coveralls and all that stuff. Hey there, Ariella.
Did you catch anything?
Yeah, we had a bunch of I don't know if you're familiar, when you ice fish, we use tip ups.
Mm-hmm.
So with the tip ups, you get a bunch of flags. So we had a bunch of flags, and we had some perch, some rainbow trout, but not large enough to keep, a rock bass, and then we came home with 2 brook trout.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. So that was good. Brook
Stocking
trout.
up your freezer?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we were going to eat them tonight, but we ended up doing pizza.
I hear you. We done KFC.
There you go. We were just too tired. Hey, Q, Growing with Hudson. Welcome in. And Margie, I think I said hello to you. I just want to make sure. And I said hey to Matt Aker. And yeah, no worries, Ariella. I totally get it. Totally get it. And that's awesome, Rebecca. That's really cool. So it was really cool. It was just a good day to be disconnected. When you don't have cell service, it's nice to just be out there and not be distracted. Hey, James, Modern Native.
I bet.
So it's just peaceful. It's relaxing. I could have taken a nap, I got to tell you, because it was just that warm sunshine. Like I felt like I was outside, in the spring,
It was a beautiful day today, which Shannon and Tina and I live fairly in a close distance to each other, so we pretty much get the same weather. But we went out on the patio after we had ate lunch and done a live from there. It was just breezy and the sun shining, and it was a pretty day.
That's awesome. Is that one of your new shirts?
It is.
Well, show it off, girl.
Well, Southern Roots. So it's got a YouTube play button on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
Well, thank you.
So what have you been up to lately on your channel? Because I'm sure a lot of people in here know you, but maybe they're not used to seeing you here on Friday nights. So I thought it would be really cool if you just say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do.
I am Sherry. My channel is Southern Roots, and it's primarily cooking. So just some good Southern cooking. I do a couple of lives. I have a recipe box live on Thursdays at 11 Central. And then I have a Let's Grow Together live on Thursdays at 5. And to try to help some other channels grow and get the community growing as a whole and expanding. And then Shannon from Journey Along with Shannon and I do a joint live every Tuesday at 12 Central called Chatterbox Gals. We have guests on, and that's about it. It's cooking. Grocery hauls here and there.
Yep.
But
talk about the recipe box, because you were doing some Depression era cooking.
Yeah, I did. I started in the 20s and done the 20s, the 40s, 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And then I've pulled off, and I'll probably pick back up on it maybe next month. But this month, the whole month is going to be springing into health. And Thursday, we had a live with Amanda from Dit Dot Cooks. And she does different weight loss things, and she's lost quite a bit of weight. And then this Thursday will be Jen from Live, Laugh, and Love with Jen. And she's going to do some heart healthy stuff. And then the last 3 weeks of the month is going to be a nutrition coach, Bobby, from Supper at the Family Table.
Wow.
So she'll be going over some stuff. So it's going to be a great month.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I like it because you have a lot of unique stuff going on your channel. And I think that's what's really cool about it.
Well, thank you. I try to keep it interesting.
You do. And of course, I think that you're an amazing person to begin with. So I'm a little skewed. So
well, thank you. I think you're amazing as well. Lisa has been my mentor on YouTube, and she's a great lady.
I am happy to help any way I can. I totally get it. It's so confusing when you first start and you have no idea what you're doing, and you're trying to figure things out, and then you're hit with the hard reality that you're not going to grow as fast as you thought.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because how many of us thought we would get on here and we're like, with all the millions of the people in the world, we're gonna grow. We're gonna grow.
This May will be 2 years for me, and I haven't even hit 700 yet. But it's not about trying to outgrow each other and to pass each other up. It's relationships and friendships and support, and you'll get there. It just takes a bit. And but yeah.
Absolutely. Hey, Grace and Fire, welcome in. And thank you, Lisa Colovi. You're awesome too. Yeah, I mean, it's just about being who you are. I was just being real for me. Like, I thought, oh, how hard could it be? Not hard, but I figured there's enough people in the world, you know what I mean, to subscribe. Boy, was I wrong.
It has definitely pulled me out of my comfort zone, because it's not something that I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
And it's just here to have fun.
Absolutely.
Here for the party.
Yeah. Thanks, Nora. Appreciate you. Hey, Fairy Dragon. Hello, Barb's Country Home. Yeah, see Lauren Hedgehog. She's like, oh, yeah, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah, it's just because I had a shower because I was fishing all day. So you get to see the rare times my hair is down.
Well,
otherwise it's in my face every time I'm leaning forward.
I have road trip hair today. So I've basically walked in, threw KFC on the table, started moving a few things around, and came and sat down at the table.
Yeah. And Slava, yeah, exactly. Don't ever, girl, you know it. Never give up. I think we've all been stuck, and I know I've often told the story of we were between 260 and I think it was like 285. And it felt like forever.
Yeah.
Forever. Like we would go up and we would drop back down. We would go up, we would drop back down. I mean, and that still happens. But I just remember that time period being the one that we had to be there over a month or so. It was ridiculous.
Right. And it's a process, and so is everything else in life. Just hang with it and keep going forward.
Yeah. Nora liked the road trip hair. Yeah. YouTube is a new beast. It is a new beast.
It's a beast for sure.
No kidding. Hey, LG, welcome in. Yeah, I mean, like Carmen said, it takes one video to put you back on the map. And, sometimes I find, I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience, like you, Sherry, or anyone in the chat, where you're convinced you've got a good one, right? And you take the time with it, you put it up there, and in my experience, all the ones that I think are good ones,
they're the worst.
Or they don't do well. Yeah, it's like, what in the heck happened?
Right.
Have you had that experience?
Oh, yes. And the ones you think that are like just are the ones you'll get the most views. It's just crazy.
It is insane. I'm glad you're doing all right, Fairy Dragon. Resting after getting little things done. Well, that's good. That's good. Hey, Outdoors with Big Matt. Let's see here. Yes, hair is so annoying at times. Absolutely. And it's gotten to the point where when I lean over, I'm eating it or I breathe it in. So that's why my hair is up all the time. Or it's falling out and I'm like, you breathe in and you suck in a hair and it's like... Ariella too, hair in the face. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Laura. Up and down, up and down. And that's the norm for all of us, right? Absolutely the norm.
It is, and it's the norm for the bigger channels as well. It's just something that YouTube does. So just roll with it.
Absolutely. Hey, business services and opportunities. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, James. Yeah. See, James at the Modern Native. Yeah. You expect it to take off and then Carmen said the same thing. She said, my favorite are the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kiki. Urban Girl Gardening and Lifestyle is here. Welcome, welcome. Totally get it. Have a great weekend. Laura at Hedgehogs is at 6:35.
That's awesome. You guys have a lot going on too. Busy.
I have chop head. I chopped off 16 inches of my head. Yeah. Was it the one right here? Because I get that one all the time from rubbing my head in the pillow. Oops. I slipped too far here. Wait a minute. Haven't had that on my channel, but in the middle of being on another channel this week as the guest, I had an emergency. Topic was good too. Oh, Glenda, that's rough. Lori, we're just hanging out with friends. That's our topic for tonight. We're just hanging with friends.
Yep.
We're doing a laid back. I was too tired to even think about a topic today. We could talk about fails. It was really funny. We had a conversation one night about like fails that you had while you were videotaping stuff, and it was pretty funny. Hey, Tina Ladybug.
Epic fails.
Yeah. Hey, Lori Carr. Let me just finish saying hi to the chat and we'll get on that. It's pretty funny, I thought. Let's see. Oh, Carmen, you are so funny. Carmen, can I just tell you, I thought the same thing the first time I saw it. I'm embarrassed to admit it myself, but I was right there with you. I was like, who's this Nightbot dude? And somebody was like, Lisa. That's not who you think it is. So it's all right, Carmen. I was right there with you. All right. So yeah, let's talk epic fails.
Oh man. Be videoing and your camera hits the floor. Or you think you're videoing and you're not?
Yes. Or how about this? You take the time with the hydroponics video I put out today. You take the time to set up the camera perfectly. You actually look at the height of the grow lights, and then you realize that I had to keep retaking clips because when I went to go edit, I realized I didn't like what was said. It was really bad. Like I stumbled or it didn't make sense and I needed to fix it. So I go back, I put the SD card in, I get it set up, and obviously it's right over there by the grow lights, right? And I do all that stuff. See you, Jamie. And I back in the house and I sent Country Mama Musings and I went like this. I said, do we really need my head, top of my head in the shot? Like, will people notice? I did it like 4 times.
I am so bad about stumbling over words. I get them twisted or I'm going to say it wrong. And it never fails.
Yep. Good night, Shannon.
Good night, Shannon.
So you have trouble with that?
Yes. And sometimes I'll bite off more than I can chew, and I'll be making like a big dinner or something, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to make 3 different things, and I'm going to video those 3 separate things. And by the time I get to the 3rd video, I'm so stressed and overwhelmed from trying to pause and start and pause and start and make sure. I'm like, oh my cow, just forget it.
Exactly. Hey, Michelle, my raindrop life. Hey, Troy Bar Run Forge. Oh, let's see here. Forget to put the sound on. That's
Yes.
a good one. Oh, videoing and hanging up pictures at the same time is a no-go for me.
Oh,
I got a good one to show you. I wonder if I can show you it. Anyway, for my thumbnail, I took a picture of myself holding the black mason jar for the hydroponics, right?
mm-hmm.
I have a beautiful plant on top of it. I made sure I picked the most beautiful looking plant there was. I removed the background, and guess what? The plant disappeared. So I messaged Alicia at Country Mama Musings, and I said, what in the heck am I going to do with this? And she's like, and I got to give her credit because she goes, put a question mark on top of it. Everybody will wonder what you're growing. And I went, oh, it's brilliant.
But you remember the live you were doing, and I asked you whose piano that was. My daughter's like, Mom!
I wonder if I could do that.
That's a screen. I'm like, oh.
Here, hang on. I got to see if I can do that. That is too funny. That was priceless.
Yeah. I was like, forget it. I ain't saying nothing else. That was one of those things you just like.
There you go.
Yes, there it is. That's the one. I was like, whose piano is that?
She's like, whose piano is that? And I'm sitting there thinking, dang, Sherry, you think I live in some nice fancy
You got
house?
me good at that one. I didn't say nothing else. I just bowed out and went and hid under my rock.
I thought it was awesome. I thought it was so cool. I thought it was cool. I was like, dang. Heather Lynn says she stumbles and has weird pauses right now. Welcome to my world. I have them still. And you know what I like to say? So.
It's just part of it.
That's the reason why I edit, because I get tired of hearing it.
Yeah, or else, you'll start videoing and you'll start too soon.
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a very good multitasker, so.
I could be focused and I still can't do it.
Oh my God, that's great.
Fairy Dragon makes up new words. Hey, Mountain Grandma, welcome on in. Forgot what I'm saying, and then I have to think and remember. Oh, that's a good point, Heather Lynn. So I am trying to be more focused, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote down my main points, not everything, just my main points, right?
Mm-hmm.
On a piece of paper, taped them to the tripod. That was the reason why I had to film this so many times, because the first time I realized I was like this.
Then you can't see the paper.
I was reading the paper. So then I taped the paper up. And you know what the weirdest thing is? I know what I needed to say.
Yeah.
So the paper really should not have been a book for me to read. The paper should have just been there as a reference. But what does Lisa do? Gotta read it. Wasn't even everything on it. I was looking at it when I wasn't even talking about something that was on it, Cherry.
Yeah.
So crazy. So see, Heather Lynn?
My life has just been crazy this week. And so I had a cake video I had to get out today for a collaboration. And I had to have an end by a certain time. So I'm like running out of time. And so I have it all edited out, all laid out, and I guess I somehow missed a part, and I didn't really fine tune that part.
Yeah.
So I was talking to Shannon on the way to where we were going this morning. I was like, have you ever finished editing or, like uploaded your video and put it in your description and do your thumbnail all while you're driving down the interstate? It's really interesting.
Oh my word.
She watched it later. She's like, you had a long pause. She said when you were doing your melted butter or shortening or something. I said, my voice must have melted. I never caught it. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch what I did. There's
That
nothing
is
on
funny.
what's on that video.
That is funny.
That's what you get for getting in a hurry and procrastinating at the same time.
Or even if you're not in a hurry, like I watch my videos, like I try to watch them and edit them. And again, I'm editing out like my stuff, like the ums, the so's. I don't do all of them, but if I can, I try to make it more fluid. And if we're doing a project, I try to do it because you don't need to be there for an hour, right? So that's why I edit, right? And because that's the beauty of YouTube. You're watching it, you should be able to watch it quickly, right?
Right.
So I do it, and then I realize that I totally deleted an entire chunk, but I don't realize it until later on, whereas I could have just undone it, you know? But I get tired of watching the same video, and then I'm like, I'm done. But
or I'll get in the habit of I will lay out a whole video, and then I'll lay out all my little add-ins if I'm going to add this text here, or this emoji here, or this picture here, or this music here. Well, then I haven't filmed an intro. So I go and I film my intro and I go add it to the front of my video, and it takes all that stuff and it just shoves it all out. And you have to go all the way back through and put it all where it goes.
Yeah.
I'm like, when are you ever going to learn? Don't do that.
Yeah. And Ariella's got a good point. I know, like Laura at Hedgehog was saying she always cuts Chris's head off, which Laura, I can see why, because he's super tall.
He is.
You know, there's times I cut Ryan's head off and he's not near, we don't have near that difference of a height difference. I'm about probably 5'10" now because I'm on the shrinking side of life. But Ryan is 6'2", so we're not that far apart. But even Carmen was saying my videos start off 10 to 15 minutes and get edited down to 5 to 6. She messes up a lot. Nathan is a great editor. But Ariella was saying plenty of material for outtakes. Yeah, I don't know. Some of my outtakes are just not funny. More because I'm not laughing. I'm more like, dang it.
I have to say that one of my favorite, funniest videos that you've done was the song thing at Christmas.
Dang thing.
I laughed and laughed and laughed. You made it come to life. It was awesome.
Well, thank you.
It was an awesome video.
Well, you know, the behind the scenes on that, and by the way, thank you, Michelle. The behind the scenes thing on that was that I got called out for it. And I was trying to figure out what to do because I was worried about copyright and all that stuff because I didn't realize about the Christmas songs. I had no idea. So I was trying to figure out what could I do where I wouldn't get zinged for a copyright thing. Then I learned about Christmas songs. A lot of them are on some kind of register for copyright free. But anyway, I still wasn't convinced, right? So I talked to Country Mama Musings and I said, what in the heck am I going to sing? I can't sing. I can't carry a tune. I'm worried about this and that. What am I going to do? And she's like, well, why aren't you making up a song? And I went, notice there's a lot of these conversations I have with her. But it worked out really good. So she gave me a couple lines and then I took it off and I made the rest. And I just kept sitting there writing lines and it was fun. It was fun. I had a lot of good time. Oh, let's not even talk about it. Try when you're walking up and down your property and it's really cold out. And let's face it, I'm a big girl. And
try to be my size and you're trying to cook and at the same time you're going,
okay, I feel better. I'm like, you know, in my videos, I'm like this. I'm like,
and the more you try to disguise it, the worse it gets. Oh,
It is
but
so true. See, Heather, you're not alone.
no,
It
it's
is
a
so
real thing.
Oh, it is so true. Oh, there we go. Q's got, how about forgetting words like the small white balls? Oh, perlite, LOL. Yeah. I think one time Ryan said to me, he's like, you're an educated woman. He's like, what happened? That's a good one, Q. Lori says, twice I've been filming and get done, go to edit to find that I filmed it. Oh, I just did that. I just, on the fish gutting video, I just did that. And that literally, then I'm going to be honest, I mean, life was busy and we were trying to get something posted because I post every Monday, guaranteed. And I'm sitting there and I'm editing the video and I'm like, gut a fish. That's really great because some people don't know how to do it. Let's do that. Lori, the first section was fine. The next two sections were in slow-mo. Google was my friend because I was able to change it on my phone because I rarely use my phone to record and I used it that time and I was able to change it. Oh, Nisi. Oh, thank you, Freehandly Maid. You're so sweet. You didn't have to do that, sweetie pie. Thank you. Oh, I love my niece.
I have been filming up several videos, and trying to get it built up to where I have something scheduled the same day, the same time. It's pre-scheduled. It's all put up. And, it went, it dropped whatever, March 1st, whatever day that was, Tuesday, I think. 8 o'clock in the morning, I had it set to drop. I totally forgot. So I'm starting to get, my phone's going off with all these notifications and all these comments. And I'm like, where are those coming from? And I'm like, oh, I had a video that went out. You get so busy, you forget so many things.
I know it. Yeah. And Michelle, my Raindrop Life, it is way harder than it looks. And we've got some more good ones here. This is cool. I'm glad you guys are giving examples. Troy at Bar Run says, try making a one-off piece of decorative ironwork and the last piece you are working on burns up in the fire after 12 hours of work.
Oh.
Okay, Troy, I want you to know I feel your pain, but I really want to laugh right now, but that's cruel. I could see at the time, though, like I would sit there staring at it like, are you kidding me?
I would probably cry. If I had that much patience to work on something for 12 hours.
Oh my gosh, Troy, that is horrible. That's horrible. Oh, Freehandly's coming on. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? Thank you so much.
Hey, honey.
That was really sweet.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
No. No.
Here's a good one on the stream. Matthew's Patch said, I often switch the view of the camera accidentally and have 5 minutes of me talking about seedlings while you watch the fence. True story. Oh my gosh. Let me just catch up with the chat real quick. Those green screens.
Oh, will be forever branded. I'm going to wear that brand forever.
Oh, thanks. You love my living room. Thanks, Troy. Right now, I'm back to the real one, so it looks like I'm growing something illegal, but really, it's just that toy. And it's funny because you can, because I have double doors here and there, you can see it from the road. So it's like when we had the brooder in the garage, people used to say to me, like, you have like a something going on in there because there's always this red light on in the garage.
That's like, hilarious.
Baby chicks.
That is hilarious.
Now they drive by and they're like, are you growing something? Bye, Laura Hedgehog. All right, I'm almost there. Let's see. Eli says he struggles with queso. Okay, so
So I like that.
yes, Jeannie Lipsky,
So-
Sandy had that background with the piano too. I saw it. Thank you, Q. Appreciate it. Everybody loves my hair down. I should keep it down, but I'm always throwing it up.
It looks good.
Thank you. Oh, Carmen, I smiled.
Hey, if I wasn't on the live, mine would be on top of my head.
Yeah, I totally got a headband right here.
There you go.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh, girl, I like the purple lights in the background too, Glenda. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I am so far behind. Bye, James. Have a good one. And Troy says, I said the problem is. Taping to the tripod is helpful. Yeah, except when you tape it and feel you need to read it, even though it's not all on there. It's like it's a reference, Lisa. You don't need to read it verbatim, and not everything's on there. So what is the problem? And it's like, this is my footage.
I've tried putting stuff on the side of my fridge. I've tried writing it in big letters where I can see it. I'm still going to look like I'm reading it. And I'm still going to have to walk over there and actually read it. It's a losing battle.
Hey, Hermit's Reflections. Look at Troy. He said, I said the problem is 12 times in one video. Only 2 of them made any sense. And Eli had a time editing around it. Oh, Grace and Fire, thank you so much. Oh, thank you.
Speaking of problems with videoing, I got my Premiere set right, and I'm reviewing the whole video on my phone after I've already took 2 hours to download it, and I'm realizing, and I don't know how I missed this, but you will hear little man crunching on chips in the background. And then further on in the video, you will hear my dog burp.
Your dog.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That is it was not me that burped. I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. And there's no way I can edit it out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was totally her.
No, it wasn't. It was your dog. It was this
Wow.
brown.
Girl hobbies.
Oh, that's your dog, huh?
It's your dog.
I am
Why do
super
they
behind
say
on the chat. I'm gonna go look real quick. But thank you, Glenda. Good
It
night.
wasn't
Troy.
my dog, it was her.
Okay, go sit down.
Hey, Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. Good to see you.
Food sounds are the worst. You got that right. It was loud. You just wait, y'all. It's loud. I don't know how I didn't realize it.
Loud like Country Mama's dog.
Well, no, him chewing on chips, little man.
Hey,
Now the
Pure
dog's burp wasn't that loud, but I could hear it.
That's funny. I'm going to skip down to the chat, you guys. I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody. I'm glad you like my purple lights, Glenda. Oh, good. I'm glad you're using the fan, Heather Lynn. Yeah, it helps with the leggy seedlings.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that tip for when I do seedlings next year.
Absolutely. Hey, Susan's Ramblings. We do it, but we don't put it on all the time. We just intermittently put it on. So
I was told every other day. Is that what you guys do, Lisa? Every other day or every 2 days?
we
Something
do
like
it
that?
every day, but we don't do it all day long. Like we may do it for like
Okay.
an hour at night, but it's very low.
Okay.
You really
Okay.
just want to simulate wind. That's all.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no worries, Ariel. I totally get it. I made it finally. Sorry, guys. If I missed anybody in the chat,
Oh,
please don't be
sorry.
mad. Sorry.
Mm.
So what's going on with you guys? How about you, Nisi?
I am relaxed. I took the night off from crocheting tonight to give my hand a rest and just hung out with my boys, getting ready to go to bed here soon with little man. It's Friday night is little man's and my night to hang out. So
Yeah.
Yay!
Dad is already upstairs asleep.
Aw.
No, you need to stop
Um,
laughing loud and
I know I need to stop laughing loud because I'll wake him up. I know.
Don't wake him up.
attitude.
Oh, look at what
But,
Ariel.
yeah, so then purple lights remind me of certain. Oh goodness.
Ariella, that's what they thought the chick brooder was in my garage.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
Never know what's going
Cover
on
chart.
in the garage.
It's just chicks. It's chicks and a brooder.
Thank you, Margie.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart. So have you had any what kind of glitches have you had while you were filming stuff, Nisi?
Well, besides what happened today, I have equipment failures. So like I bought this thing that hooks to your table and it's supposed to be able to make your phone go downward so you can film your hands.
Oh, so, yeah, that broke. That broke today.
3 parts on that thing already broke. Right with me taking it out of the box. And I waited too long to test it, so now I can't even return it. So it kind of is what it is. So I pulled a what do you call it? A southern thing, and I used tape and whatever else I could to fix the certain things on it. So yeah, like the phone would flop or just stuff like that. I have not done a green screen and don't plan to.
Yep.
Because I've just seen the most funniest things, especially on Suburban Homesteaders lives with her green screen that she just got.
Yep.
And she held up some of the stuff that she made and it was like see-through. It was really weird. I'm like, that's kind of crazy.
It's because she had green in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
yeah, just kind of things like that. Just your normal stuff. Like I accidentally filmed my feet and I thought the camera was off. So I had to delete it off my channel, edit it, and then re-upload it. I'm like, nobody wants to see my feet. Ew.
Yeah. You know what drives me crazy? We're on the ice today.
Normal stuff.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because I didn't bring my my camera today on the ice, but I did have my phone and I'm trying to video, and when I turn my phone, it didn't rotate. So I can't tell you how many times that's happened. I don't know if it's cold outside some days.
Yeah.
It doesn't rotate. And then when I get it home, I have to manually rotate it.
That happened to me today. I had it like this filming, and then when I went to splice my stuff together, it had it vertical. So I had to go in there and rotate it to its original. Weird. If
So
if
weird.
I'm filming like this, it should be like this in the gallery.
I know. So
It's
annoying.
the first time that's happened to me. I don't know why. It's weird.
Good night, Jeannie Lipsky. Good night, Q.
Good night.
Good night, How to Garden.
Sweet dreams.
Oh, there you go. Leave it a Margie.
No, Margie, no.
That'll go with my life.
No.
Maybe
Yeah,
we need
my
to
life,
play-
that would be the one that goes viral.
Maybe that's what we need to do is play your foot video with the lighting that I have in the background
There you go.
and some nice music.
From the YouTube free list.
Yeah, it would have to be from the free list. One comes to mind I'd like to sing, but I'd probably get in trouble for it. So if you can how. Oh my gosh.
Oh, goodness.
It was like, oh yes, I love technology always and forever.
Oh,
Bye,
goodness
Ariel.
gracious.
Thanks for being here.
New lighting.
Good night, Ariel. Or I should say good morning. Wait, it's morning over there. It's daytime over there, isn't it? Have a good day, Ariel.
Yes, it is.
I keep forgetting,
Well,
like she's way ahead of us. She's in the future.
that's right. I have Daz's set. I don't know if that's the
Oh,
same as
goodness.
her, but I know that it's 2:20 p.m. in some parts over there. Napoleon Dynamite. Yes. I had fun with that on the ice. That's what I do to Ryan every time I catch a bass. I go, I cooked you a delicious bass. It's so dumb, but we laugh every time. I always sit there and I go, look what I caught you, a delicious bass. Crazy.
It's funny.
So what do you guys have going on this weekend?
Oh, company.
You'll have company.
Well,
They'll be there all weekend
Company. Till Sunday.
from midnight to night, right?
Hubby's schedule kind of got all crazy because they don't have anyone to cover his partner's shift. So our weekend plans have now been halted. So little man and I are just going to hang out here at the cabin since gas is $3.71 per gallon as of this morning. Went up 30 cents in less than 9 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, we won't be driving anywhere.
Same here. We went up 50 cents.
Church Sunday morning, but here. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And
hey, Nick.
Probably, honestly, I'm probably, and I got to get that doll done because March 29th is supposed to be the tentative date for my celebration.
That's right.
And I got to have that doll done because y'all want to win her. So she's got to be ready to travel.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So that's what I'll be doing over the weekend. Yep. Oh, yes. Little man wants you all to know that his birthday is, let's see, what is today? Friday? 4 days away.
Well, happy early birthday.
He'll be the big 10.
Whoa.
Yeah, he'll be in double digits, y'all. I feel old. And then my youngest daughter just turned 21 on the 28th.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
he's got, so next weekend is his birthday party. And then Tuesday night, we're going to do pizza here so he can have pizza on his actual birthday and he'll get to open up a couple gifts here at the house.
Ooh,
and
nice.
then he'll open up the rest. He'll open a couple more with his friends. But yeah, so he's got big plans next week.
That's awesome.
So maybe I should take a nap this weekend, Lisa, so I can reserve some of that energy I'm going to need for that huge party bash at the virtual pizza place.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna let you take a nap.
You ain't gonna let me take a nap.
No.
Lisa, I'm gonna have to go.
I totally get it. Thanks for being here.
I thank you for the invite, though.
You're welcome anytime. You know that.
Fun.
Have a good night.
It was good to see y'all. It's good to see everybody in the chat. Y'all have a good night.
All right. Bye, Sherry. Thanks for being here.
Bye, Sherry.
Bye.
Well, happy birthday, little man. Early.
There, Lisa says happy birthday early. He says, okay.
There's a bunch of people in the chat wishing him a happy birthday, which is really
everybody
sweet.
in the chat is wishing you happy birthday, little man.
Good night, Heather Lynn. Thanks for being here. Hey, Retro Oregon. Somebody asked a question in the chat. Susan's Rambling said, question for all you gardeners. I live in an apartment, have limited garden space, and it's on the north side of the building. What do you suggest I do? Also limited money.
North side. Oh, so she's not on the south. She doesn't have a south side.
I don't have a south side
window?
facing window either, but I would say solo cups and seeds from the dollar store. And
ouch.
Even though money is limited, if you get a regular light, like some kind of light, If you got a really cheap one to put over it, that would help subsidize.
Don't they sell those little daylight light bulbs?
Yes.
That would work, wouldn't it?
Like an incandescent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we have a south-facing window, but our overhang to our porch is so big that the sun can't get all the way through.
Yep.
So it's not enough light.
Absolutely. Produce containers are great. I'm just trying to think of what she can do once they grow out of the produce containers, because they won't be able to stay in there too long. So sometimes people buy those. You can buy a cheap large pot from like the dollar
Vineyard
store.
Chicks used milk jugs. Remember that? Vineyard Chicks using milk jugs.
There you go.
And they also used and we actually tried this with Zayden's radishes when we were starting them, but they also used it was like a Kool-Aid container that they had left, like the juicy juice ones or the apple juice containers, and they rinsed it out and they did some little holes, and they kind of made it into like a little greenhouse. We tried that and that worked out great, and that didn't cost us a thing because it was just part of the grocery bill.
Yeah,
reuse
absolutely.
and repurpose.
North side of the house here in Arizona is gold. We need less sun for lots of plants. That's a good point. Green stalk with the base on wheels to grow outside. Yeah, I think money's the issue, and green stalk is kind of pricey. I think a lot of them run about $150 or $125, and then you get 10% off, but they're still pretty pricey.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I bought the Dollar Tree ones. The other thing is, Susan, do you sew? Because Rochelle at Brampton Gardener showed how she used landscaping. Well, she didn't show it on her video, but she put a link for a blog that she did. And what she did was she took landscape cloth, and sewed it together and made bags. And I thought that was brilliant. Hey, our cabin in the woods, welcome in. Yeah, I agree, Teresa, but sometimes that's all people can afford, so I totally get it. Hi, my Raindrop Life, thanks for being here. Yeah, cottage cheese containers or milk containers, just something larger for folks to be able to up pot, Yeah, Margie, they do have the stackable grow, but they're impossible to find, at least here. I found them, and I have not found them since. I got them the day that they were down on the, that they put them out, and I bought all 19 they had. I did.
It's like that, though, because if you don't buy it when you see it, it's gone.
Yep. I've been looking for a year for them. You can get them online, and they're now $1.25 a piece, but you have to buy a case of 36. And yes, pure pondering toilet paper tubes are also something great to start seeds in. I'm just trying to think of options for her when I think starting the seeds is cheap enough. I'm trying to think about what to up pot them in so they can mature in the house.
Oh yeah, cottage cheese containers is a really good idea. I have several of those that I save for up potting.
And Grace and Fire
That's
said
really
feed
good
bags.
idea.
Feed bags, you can use them as grow bags.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you're like us and you live in the frozen tundra, your sandbags that you have left over from spreading sand, so you can actually get out of your house, get out of your driveway. Those empty sandbags, you can use that too.
Absolutely. Hey, Abundant Acres. Yeah, you can order them online. You have to order 36 of them. Hey, Time to Shine Homestead. Doing well. How about yourself? Hope you're staying warm. But yeah, definitely. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. Good. I'm glad we gave you lots of ideas.
So I'll tell you what, you get in a chat room full of homesteaders and gardeners, and you're going to have answers. You're going to find answers you're looking for.
And they're all going to come through and be like, I'll tell you how
Hey,
to do it.
Tony.
Yep.
Oh, Tony, how's your wife doing?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
That was crazy.
I know.
I saw that
Angie,
video. I
right?
was like, yeah. Vineyard Chicks just put out a video making one with PCV pipe. They do some, listen, y'all, that Trey is a natural born engineer, that little Trey. She she can build she's like a kid version of MacGyver.
I know it.
And they do all kinds of stuff with PVC pipe.
They do. Hey, Antia's backyard. Good night, Teresa. Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. Thanks for being here.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah, it's lots of great ideas. So thanks, guys, for coming through and helping Susan with some ideas, because that's what we're here for. It's really fun. What's the weather like by you, my friend?
It's about 36 degrees and we have a chance of snow through the night until like about 9 a.m. tomorrow. But you know what? It's not going to stick.
Yeah.
We, you know, the winter is definitely different this year than last year. Last year, we didn't see any Canadian geese until I would say mid to late May. This year, last week they starting to come back. So that kind of gives me some hope that spring's coming early. But then again, I'm bummed because I'm like, this is the year I can't really garden this year because I've got all that medical stuff I'm facing. So I'm like, you watch, next year I'll be able to grow and we'll have a rough winter. You watch.
Yeah. It'll
be my luck.
The geese are a toss-up for me. I'm not a fan of them because they cause, in Connecticut, when we lived in Connecticut, they cause a lot of disease in the water and bacteria in the water.
Mm-hmm.
That they close down swimming holes. And now with this whole avian flu, they're carrying it. So,
oh, are they really?
Yeah. So I'm not a fan of them. So I'm hoping. I saw them here too.
Luckily, none of them have landed in our pond yet.
Yeah.
I think they're beautiful, but I don't like it when they land in our pond because we have rainbow trout in there that we're trying to get nice and big so we can fish for them and fry them up on a pan.
Yeah.
But they like to eat things that our rainbow trout likes to eat. So they eat up their food.
Yeah. Yep.
I like them if they're on somebody else's pond and I can look at them. I just don't want them on mine.
We have our neighbor has a pond next door, but unfortunately they come up and lay on the rocks that's on our property. But we've tried to make it uncomfortable for them to be comfortable up there.
Gotcha.
So that way they don't think it's home, because I don't want them here. So yeah, Grace and Fire. I've grown in 5-gallon buckets too.
I haven't tried doing that yet, but I want to.
I've done it and I've done it well. And then there's other times I've not done too well at all. Oh gosh, you guys are so cold up there. Coldest year here. Jeez. Up in Canada.
And we've had some more extreme freezing temperatures this year than last year. But I mean, our winter's not over yet, to be honest. We could just be having a weird little, what my mom calls Indian summer. And just seeing the geese is what alerted me, because normally the geese don't start showing up this early. It's a little too early for them to be showing up.
Yeah.
So.
For sure. Susan's rambling. She's on the eastern side of South Dakota, if I remember correctly. And she said still has snow, won't be able to garden outside until mid or late May. So I still have time to get my act together. Yeah, our first week in June is our last frost date.
I don't put anything in the soil till way after Mother's Day. Last year we had snow the first week of June.
Gotcha.
And I was so glad I didn't plant my tomatoes.
Angie, we're worried about her foot. We will see next week. Funeral for her Funeral for
Her
her
cousin
cousin.
has been postponed. Okay.
Well, I hope. I'm so sorry for your loss,
wow.
and I do hope her foot is okay.
Did she have her foot x-rayed? Did she break anything?
I know that with the accident there was some concerns about damage done to her foot. I don't remember the details.
Okay.
Geese are
Tony,
just
I'll check your
yeah.
YouTube and see. Yeah, they are a hot mess. They really are. They sound really pretty and they look beautiful, especially when they're flying in with their wings spread and hitting the water, but they cause some havoc.
Oh, they so do. Hey Carla, living a rogue life. You're not late. You're here. No worries.
Hi, Carla.
We saw a bald eagle today. I couldn't get close enough to it, but they were flying over the.
A lot of them here. We have a lot.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
A lot of bald eagles here. Aren't they beautiful, magical, and majestic? And they're just
Oh.
fierce. I do worry though about my little doggies because a bald eagle will take a dog. quick.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yes, they will.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I always look outside before I let the dogs out.
Oh yeah.
And now my natural barriers are gone, Lisa, and so now I have to put my dogs back on a leash to take them potty because they'll run off. And which is not good, especially when you have other ranchers surrounding your pastures because if they even threatened, a cattle or something,
Gone.
I mean, gone.
Yep.
So I have to be a responsible doggy owner. And
Right.
I put him, but I was sad because I had to get out there in the cold with my leash because I have no more snow that's higher than them and they can run. So I had to walk them today.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that, but I just wanted to say Angie at Abundant Acres says she's a winter whiner. But let me just get down to the end of the chat. But I had a funny story
especially
to
Mo.
tell
You're
you.
right.
Thank you. Yes, we actually we've gone fishing a few more times since that video, and I'm trying to think of how to put it all together so that I'm not showing you the same thing all the time. So but we're gonna get one together. Hey, morning,
Little man
Drew.
got to ice fish last year during the Klondike camp with his scout troop. They
Nice.
didn't get to do ice fishing this year, but they did get to experience that last year, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Hey, Tuber Chat.
Hey, JB Conway. Tuber Chat. Hey, Kevin.
I was just gonna say that's Kevin, right?
Yeah. Good night, Margie. I got
Good night, Margie.
I got a funny story about Diesel. Thank you, Kevin at Tuber Chat. Last year, Diesel was off leash in the wintertime, and we, because it was cold out and we had the new pigs at the time, which was the meat pigs, Diesel was so fascinated with them, he would just run down there and want to play with them. So he didn't go anywhere. He didn't take off. Long story short, one day we're down there. We come all the way back up to the house with Diesel. He's off leash. We had 2 feet of snow. And Diesel sees the deer, turns, looks at me, and goes towards the driveway. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. It's basically like he went around the back way to the deer. Instead of going the way you thought, he looked at me and went the long way, right?
Yeah.
He takes off. Well, now we can't find him. And at the very back of the property is a creek.
Mm-hmm.
And with the 2 feet of snow on either side, Diesel is in the creek and can't get out. In the water,
no.
Can't get out.
Oh,
so
my
Ryan and I
goodness.
get down there, and Ryan hooks him up to a leash because, he's 70 pounds. And not besides the fact that, I'll be honest, Ryan wasn't going to carry him because Ryan wanted him to feel walking back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Consequence of his actions. And Diesel, he was stuck in the creek and couldn't get up the sides. He was trying to get up. He couldn't. So anyway, Ryan got a hold of him, and then we had to drag him all the way up to the house. And That's it. Diesel lost his privileges. He's no longer off a leash anymore.
Yeah. That's the same thing happened with my two dogs. They saw a deer, took off after it, and my black dog got so far up the pasture, up the hill, she got lost. And then the brown one scared a deer so bad that it got into to the side of the barn where all the fencing is, and
Ugh.
it tried to jump the fencing and didn't make it. Got its little leg cut. And I thought for sure that deer wasn't going to make it. And I thought for sure, because it was limping and kind of fell in the pasture. And I called my husband. He's like, well, if it's still there, we'll put it out of its misery and we'll call, the game warden. But luckily, by the time my husband got home, it had gotten up and went somewhere. But man, I told my husband, like, we cannot have these dogs off the leash. And then we had to get in the side-by-side and find my black one, because you can't tell that the back pasture is going up the mountain, because it's very subtle, but it is. And it's really far back there. But you can't tell, because you can't see past the end of the pasture because of all the trees. She got all the way up at the edge of the fence and couldn't find her way back. So we had to get the side-by-side and go around the property. And finally, she heard my voice and came to me, but she knew she was in trouble. She was cold. She was wet. She was shivering, and she was all hunched down because she knew she was in trouble.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, nope. If there's not a snow barrier that's taller than them, they got to be on a leash.
Yeah, no kidding. Good night,
I
Nick.
don't want them hurting a deer. I don't want them to get kicked by a deer. And I don't want them hurting anybody else's livestock.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
So yeah.
Good night, Fairy Dragon. Oops, sorry.
Good night.
Yeah, Tony, I don't blame you. I would be crying too, let me tell you. And moderators, feel free to take a break. Like, that's a lot.
5 to 6 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I would have been a nervous wreck.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I was crying with just Briley being gone for just the few minutes she was gone, because I was worried she got kicked by a deer, because there was more than one. I can't even imagine her being gone 5 to 6 hours. Oh no.
I couldn't either. I'd
be a hot mess.
Gosh. Even when Diesel got stuck in the creek back there, it took us a while to find him where he was. We had to go track in snow. His
He could have gotten hypothermia in that cold water.
Yep.
Poor Diesel.
And he was just standing
there. He learned
there.
his lesson, didn't he?
No. He's on a leash.
No,
that's why.
They don't learn their lesson. They really don't.
No. It's like punishment. He'll just keep going back.
You got to save them from themselves. You really do. Because they're animals,
Yep. Oh gosh, I got a funny story for you. So we're learning how to breed the pigs, right? And with the heritage breed, they take a little longer because there's the maturity and all that stuff. So I've been talking to Bland's Promised Land Ranch about it. And so let's just say this. Today Sherman was super excited as a male. And we put him in with the two ladies, right? And I kept saying to him, I'm like, wrong end. Dude, wrong end. So it was really funny. I'm laughing. Ryan's like, what is your problem? I'm like, I want this to be done. But poor Sherman.
Poor Lisa.
Bye, Matthews Patch. Thanks for being here. So I'm like, there's this whole big thing where they talk about
Sherman needs an education class.
He does. Because apparently Kuni pigs,
Sherman.
The boars are mature about anywhere from 5 to 8 months, but they may not have the confidence.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming he doesn't have the confidence. Poor Sherman. But so he gets in there with the ladies and he's like, making all these noises and all this stuff, and it's like sounds so climactic, right? And then it's like Sherman's laying down sleeping. I'm like, Sherman, you didn't do anything. Why are you sleeping?
Oh, that's funny.
So
that's
and it's funny
hilarious.
because Sherman, when we take Sherman out and he's with the ladies, Grant is the little guy, and Grant is still at the barn, and Grant is like kicking up his heels, like, "Hi, Sherman, I'm getting all the hay."
Oh, that
Yeah.
is hilarious.
He does, Tony. He needs the blue pill. I'm telling you, or a pep talk, one or the other.
A blue pill.
And in the meanwhile, the turkeys and the rooster, let's just put it that way, they all know what they're doing.
gosh.
Let's just say that. Spring was in the air here along with love today, except for the pigs.
Oh, God. Oh,
And
that's hilarious.
I was dying laughing. And then I said to Ryan, I'm like, it's going to be a warm night, even though it's going to snow. Let's just leave Sherman with the ladies overnight. Like there's no, harm to them. He likes them. Let's just do that. And the ladies go in the house, in the barn, and Sherman's by the fence, like grunting at me. And I said, "What do you want?" And I open the fence, and he goes,
"I'm done.
His place.
I'm done visiting. I want to go back to my place."
Yeah.
Typical male.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. That's exactly it. And then
that's funny, JB.
Angie is so right. And I told Ryan, I was like, "Ryan, back up. He thinks we're watching him." I'm telling you, when you breed animals, you become this voyeur.
Oh my God. No.
But I'm just trying to see that. I'm just trying to see that it happens, if that makes sense.
Right.
I won't put them
Yeah,
together.
it makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
that's funny.
Yeah. And then he's like sitting there. And then, of course, Ryan's kidding around with me. He comes over to my ear and he's going, and then Sherman, all the ladies and everybody, and they stop what they're doing and they're all watching us. And I'm like, welcome to my world. This is the life I live.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Yeah. And in the meanwhile, by the time I have piglets, even if it's successful in the next month, we're talking June, July. So, oh, well.
Oh, good gracious.
That's all right.
Poor Sherman is gun shy, is what Glenda said.
He needs his confidence built up. So I walk down there when I feed him and I go, "Hey, baby, you got this, Shermy." Yes, Antia, it's been quite the day. We went from ice fishing to watching pigs go at it and turkeys and chickens, roosters. And the turkeys, that's like a whole other fiasco. That's a whole other fiasco that's hilarious. So picture this. I've got 2 males, 2 females. And the one male is with the one female. And while that's going on, the female's pecking at the female's head and the male's pecking at the male's head. I said, seriously, guys? Stop eating each other while people are mating.
Oh, gosh, that's funny.
Well, that's my insane life lately.
It's never a dull moment on the farm.
Never.
Never a dull moment.
And Pam is right. If it keeps you laughing, that's important. Absolutely.
Amen. Especially these days.
Yeah, you need a good laugh.
Especially these days. Yes.
Pig's life.
Pig's life.
So funny.
Oh
gosh. I know it.
So what you doing this weekend besides taking care of the animals?
JB,
the turkeys have to teach Sherman.
Yeah. He's stuck on me, not them.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna have to make sure I'm out of the way. I mean, nothing much. I know that we're supposed to get a few inches of snow tonight. It's not, if it starts, it's not going to be until after midnight, I'm sure. And then really we don't have anything planned, you know. I know if it's decent out Sunday, we may go ice fishing again, but it depends on how much it snows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They have to
So
harvest 5 rabbits because they're big enough that the mom is going to have babies in about 30 days.
yeah, making room. That's
I've
just the way it
never
goes.
I've never had rabbit meat, but I've been told it's quite tasty.
Yeah, I've had that too.
But I also been told that harvesting them is awfully smelly.
Really?
That's what I heard. Yeah.
I'll have to ask
I don't know
Monica
how
and
true that is.
Eric and Monica
Um,
do it.
I was on someone's live and somebody was talking about that was the only thing they didn't like about having rabbits was when they harvest them, that the smell bothered them.
I mean, anytime you harvest anything, it smells. You know what I mean?
I guess this had like a particular potent type smell.
Gotcha. I know people talk about like when you process chickens that it has an awful smell. When we process them, it's cooler weather. So it's not so much an issue. But if I had to butcher them in July, I wouldn't be too thrilled. But
yeah, Time to Shine says it's better than harvesting chicken.
Wow.
Maybe wild rabbit smells different when you harvest them than farm raised rabbit.
Yeah, that's what Angie was saying. Wild ones have a smell.
Okay.
She doesn't Aunt Tia's backyard doesn't know how to describe it. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Rebecca. Most animals, you don't feed them for a good 12 to 24 hours. Absolutely. Gamey, huh?
They're more gamey.
Well, it makes sense, right? Yeah, I'm with you, Tony. I mean, I've not smelled anything when I've done chickens. Yeah, I mean, I don't do them when they're hot, but usually we do them in early October or in the spring. We don't do it in the summer usually.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I'll let you know about the turkeys because I think one of my males is unfortunately going to have to be processed because of the fighting. Oh, okay. And yeah,
hey, Rebecca raised rabbits 10 years ago.
Yep.
I didn't know Rebecca raised rabbits.
Yep. She's talked about that before. It's pretty cool. She used to talk about going out there and having to give them water because the water bottles had froze up and stuff like that. I think that's one of the reasons why I've held off on rabbits because I'm not dealing with frozen water bottles. You know what I mean? But I'm sure there's an alternative because like we have water heaters and everything.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, that's what we have to do this weekend. I have the pig water heater is tripping a breaker. So I have to find out why.
You guys need to fix that.
Because
figure that out and fix it.
Right. Because that's never been an issue. And now that it's starting, I don't want to have an issue. So we've unplugged it. Mm-hmm. We've unplugged it because what happens is when it blows the breaker, the turkey coop and the chicken coop, the waterers freeze. Well, it's a lot easier for me to break the stock tank up than it is the waterers. So that's what I've been doing is leaving them plugged in and then breaking up the pig water. Our meat turkeys
should be here after the 20th. Getting 4 white.
That's awesome. That's
nice.
Awesome. Yeah, we've got the four bourbon reds, and then we're hoping to hatch more. But I do think we're gonna have to get rid of one of the males because they're just fighting too much. The other thing too is, and this is our fault, is because we raise those turkeys with the intent to process and really never handle them a lot. So now they're in there and I'd like to let them free range and I haven't because they're insane. Well, they are because they haven't been handled. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's the bloody smell is what Pure Pondering said. Hey, Maple Cook, welcome in.
Hello.
Welcome in. Wild ones smell because of the buckshot, not as clean headshot like tame rabbits. Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
30 meat chickens, Tony, should be here mid-June. Are you having any concerns about this whole avian flu and them shutting down or limiting meat birds to you? Because I know Georgia, the last I read, Georgia had some restrictions that they would not ship or receive. It was a weird thing.
Well, we'll probably be seeing our chicken prices go up.
Absolutely.
Chicken meat.
Absolutely.
This is why I'm losing weight. I'm not eating as much.
Well, there you go. Probably not the healthiest way, right? But yeah,
I'm eating a lot more vegetables now. More vegetables than meat these days.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Which
And
is supposed to be healthier for you anyway, but I'm a carnivore.
Yeah, I am too. I am too. They haven't said anything to you? Good. Yeah, we ordered some animals. I'll leave it at that. And they've been delayed for another 2 weeks. So no restrictions.
Mountain Grandma says it takes more than that for me. Hey, Uncle Al.
Hey, Uncle Al. Yeah, the shortage
It's the shortage diet. Amen.
Pure Pondering says we have 10 eggs in the incubator and I plan to put more in as soon as they hatch and are moved into a brewer box.
With turkeys.
Yep.
Interesting. That's good though.
You get updates via text. That's cool.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. I've had concerns about it and I've talked to some folks about it. Because the meat prices are off the wall and but then I was sitting there because I've never really had to deal with the avian flu before. And one of the things I was worried about was, am I going to get, a bunch of birds and then I have to worry about that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, because if you think about it, every animal on my homestead is an investment. So, in our food.
You are 3,400 feet above sea level. I am 4,096 above in elevation.
Yep. I'm over 5,300 feet, 5,300 something. Yeah, I like food too much too. I like food way too much.
Yeah, I like my meat. I really enjoyed that ribeye steak I had last Monday. It was so good.
I bet.
It was so good. But it was a 12-ounce, so I ate half of it at the restaurant, and then I put the other half in the fridge, and then I reheated it up in the oven, and had the other half the next day for lunch. It's all about balance, Lisa. It's all about balance.
It is. It is. We had hot dogs for lunch.
Hey, I had a hot dog. I think, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday I had a hot dog for lunch. No, yeah, it was yesterday. I get the Angus. I get the Angus beef, uncured, kosher friendly hot dogs. Thunderjack gets on the weekends.
That's almost as high as Thunderjack gets on the weekends. Oh, they did have the birds locked up over by YouTube, Pam. Wow.
All the birds in lockdown here over the winter and separated in species and in covered areas. Interesting. And that was in an effort to keep them from getting the virus, right? The avian
Yeah, because of the
virus.
droppings from wild birds.
Yeah. Mm.
Tony's at 1,000 feet. Yes, Angie, hot dogs are on the health food diet. It's called they cooked up easy on the grill on the ice today. Usually we have
Amen.
like Philly cheesesteaks or something. And today Ryan was like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, hot dogs." I said,
I did a lazy dinner tonight for the boys. I cooked up Mr. Hansom's what shrimp he had left over, threw some chicken strips in there, and then did biscuits with gravy with
nice.
the side of raw carrots, because you got to have at least one vegetable and amongst all that
Yeah,
carb heavy. I
that's
just didn't feel like
awesome.
cooking tonight. I was just tired. Lisa, do you
Yeah.
want me? Whoa, the chat just jumped. Do you want me to send you a picture of his scarf and hat?
No, I want to be surprised. I want to see when he does
Hey,
a nail
Lance is
color.
in here.
I would
Hey,
love to.
Lance Promised Land.
Hey, I would totally love to see it so I can be surprised. But thank you.
The whole of the UK, and it worked. Well,
Yeah.
if it worked, awesome.
We had takeout pizza for delivery tonight and wings.
I just heard of this somewhere online. Deer getting COVID? What?
Oh my gosh. Maybe they have to get the jab too.
I'm going to say that's a rumor.
Oh my God.
We've been lurking in the background. Lurkers.
They've been listening and lurking. Tony said almost 80 here today and sunny. Sunday winter front coming in for a week. Crazy weather. Same here. Only ours is going to be tonight. We had that, negative frigid temperatures, and then all of a sudden it got beautiful. And then now today it got cold.
Yeah. I got a sinus headache because of it. Because we've been having nice upper 40-degree weather. And then today it was like bam, 30 degrees, and I have the worst sinus headache, and I'm still fighting it.
Tony, you had deer with the illness there in Oklahoma?
No, we had deer with C word here in Oklahoma. How they tested the deer and they had the C? Really? How is that possible?
Wow. That is so weird.
Looking forward to Sunday. Yuck by Monday morning. Oh, they're going to get yucky weather by Monday in Texas. That's crazy, Tony. So, that
is crazy. Hey, Life with Linda and Chuck. Welcome in.
Yeah, he said, that they tested the deer and they had the C.
That's so bizarre.
So it's jumping from human to animals? That's crazy.
Monica doesn't function very well in the cold.
Lord have mercy. I don't know what to think about this stuff anymore these days. This is why I crochet.
Yeah. I know.
Crocheting is my nothing box.
Yeah.
I get the yarn and the hook out, and I'm just like oblivious
to
the world for a couple hours.
Well, that's the one thing that, speaking of crochet, that's the one thing that I need to finish, because when we started that crochet along with Alicia, that was 8:00 in the morning for me, right? So I got up, I got ready. Good night, Abundant Acres. Have fun.
Oh, that's right. You and I are in the same time zone.
Yeah. So I
was watching in my Yukon. I wasn't watching. I was listening.
Yeah.
I had it up on my dash.
Yep.
And then
Well, I get all the, I get everything set up. I get the animals fed. I get my coffee. I'm good to go. I sit down, I go to watch it, and Ryan walks in, and I'm like, I totally got a late start because I was trying to talk to him. And then Diesel's all excited, and he just stopped back because he had a pick up something that he forgot at home. But it was funny because
Yeah.
now Diesel's up eating my skeins of yarn, and I'm trying to wrangle all this in.
He's like,
So
yay, playtime, yarn.
Exactly. And
That's
so what I
funny.
ended up doing was I still have to do the trim around the 2 edges around it, and then I'll be done. Hey, bro, cowgirl. Hey, lazy days ahead. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, it's just insane. That's crazy. Oh, good. I'm glad you got it done, Grayson Fire. That's awesome.
Feet you in, Jesse. My feet are sore though. Why are your feet sore? I missed something in chat.
Because Jesse Lazy Days Ahead came in and said, I'm here now. Let the party start.
Oh.
So Chuck said, I beat you in. My feet are sore, though.
That's funny.
I think we're going to probably call it an early night tonight because I am exhausted from being on the ice.
Glinda said she had to start over and she bought yarn, but I got my square done last night. I got my square done today.
That's awesome. I saw. Yeah, I got to do mine. I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'm going to do that over the weekend so I can be done.
I want to see you eat veggie, my dear friend.
Nope.
What Time to Shine said.
I know. Nope. But I will say this. You put way too much on the toast is what I hear. You're supposed to just put a very light smear is what I hear. But no,
I don't even want to smear.
I don't either. It's not
No,
something
thank
I'm
you.
interested in.
Nope.
Thanks, Monica.
Mount Grandma says she needs to do hers too.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you and Mountain Grandma can get together in a private chat in StreamYard and do it together and visit. Have like a virtual crochet meetup.
I know it. Excuse me. I know
I
it.
do Nutella on toast instead. Me too, Bland's promise. My little man loves Nutella. Loves it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Blue says it's not jam, LOL. You only use
Yeah,
scrape.
right?
Time
I
to
don't
shine.
even want to scrape.
I learned the hard way. Yeah, I'm spreading the yawn. I think I'm going to get going, guys, if you don't mind. I am really
Thank you for the
exhausted.
invite, Lisa. I had a lot of fun with you on here
You're-
tonight. And congratulations, my friend, on your monetization. I don't know where I was at when that happened.
Well,
Who
thank
knows?
you. Thank you for your generosity, and thank you everybody for your support. And
Bye, everyone.
yes. All right, Nisi, I'm going to let you go so you can say goodnight to little man. Bye. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I am going to go because I am just exhausted. We had a great day fishing, and I'm just beat. So I hope everyone has a wonderful, safe weekend. Stay warm, stay safe, and good night. Take care, everybody. We love you guys. Bye. Thanks to the moderators, too. I'm sorry. Thank you.